because I look online myself. I couldn't find any instructional videos as to how to change the alternator on this 2 litre 8 valve Peugeot 206. It's the convertible. Now, as you can see, the alternator is at the bottom there. I already changed it yesterday, so rather than taking it off and showing you again, I'll explain exactly the process. First thing you want to do is disconnect your pipe from your power steering pump. Move that to the side. Remove the funnel for your washer wiper bottles. Take this out. You just literally twist it and pull it, comes out. Disconnect your battery, your headlight, just to give you some room in this area, which you'll understand later. And then down here there is a tensioner with a 17mm bolt going through it. You need to put a 17mm open-ended spanner on that, twist it upwards towards the front of the bonnet. Now, the way I did it was I put a spanner on the bottom, I put a little scaffolding bar like that underneath, and I pulled it up with my hand like this. At the same time, I removed the belt which is behind this cover on the power steering pump. Once you've done that, you've then got access to the 2 bolts alongside the power steering pump. They're actually 2 Allen bolts. You'll need, and the reason I said to move all this stuff is you'll need something like this, which is a 6mm. It's on a 3/8 drive. You put it through here, unbolt those 2, and then the other side, there's another bolt there. It's actually an Allen bolt normally, but I lost it, so I put a normal bolt in. Once you took off those 3, the power steering pump will come off completely. Now, I just hung it over the front of the engine. Now, you will lose a little bit of power steering fluid, but it's no big deal. Once you've done that, you've then got access to the alternator underneath. There's a little rubber bung there. Take that bung out. There's a 13mm nut. Take that off, and that will disconnect the power to it. And then you've got another little connector there. Disconnect that connector there. And then on the alternator itself, there are 4 bolts, which I shall show you now. So the alternator will sit like this in the engine block. You've got 1 this side, 1 that side, and then 2 at the bottom. Now, on the right hand side, there is a bolt with a little taper like a spacer on both of the right hand sides. Just bear that in mind. So you can take the top 2 out fine, and the bottom one in fact, but the difficult one is here, this one here. They're all a 16mm bolt, but further down there, just where my finger is there is a pulley. It's got again a 16mm bolt on it. You need to take that pulley off, which then gives you space to get a 16mm 3/8, which is what I used, ratchet and socket on there, and take this bottom bolt out. Once that bottom bolt's out, the whole alternator pulls out. You then put your new one on. Pretty straightforward. Put your new one on, and then what you've got to do is retension you then put your pulley back on, put your power steering pump back on, pull your tensioner again, put your belt back on, put all your other gubbins away, and that's it done. Now, it sounds pretty straightforward. Believe me, it's not. It is quite difficult getting your arm down there, getting the bolts out, but that is the process. If you stick to that process, you won't go wrong. You might do it in, say, an hour and a half, something like that.